different level. You won't see nobody like me for like 12 other years. You see what they do all the time. I'm different level. You crazy? You can't even coach my type of style. They style is regular. I gave him crazy work. Crazy work. Crazy work. And then look, and the dudes you kept getting all this love to, crazy work. Crazy work. Don't ever try me. Ever.
Let me go.
This sounds so easy. It's like some man. He's tripping.
Hold on, let me ask you a question.
Check his drink. He's tripping.
Why are you up?
Because I got some important shit going on here. What do you think?
Boom, the world class.
Got this thing where I'm putting the thumbnails in the videos.
14th, 2004, in Fayetteville, North Carolina, to parents Bradley Lockhart.
So I talked to a young lady earlier, and I told her I was on this live, and she actually lives in North Carolina. She was like, "Damn, I was here." I was like, "Damn." I was like, "Wow!" Like I didn't even realize that. And that's, you know, I'm in Maryland, so that's kind of down the street. So this is in Fayette, North Carolina. I didn't clip. I missed like a part of what the lady was saying, but this video is pretty long. We're not gonna go through the whole thing, because the second half of it is something else. But let's just get that going again. Very pretty little girl.
14th, 2004, in Fayetteville, North Carolina, to parents Bradley Lockhart and Antoinette Davis. Shaniya was a happy.
So let me see if I can go back.
North Carolina, to parents Bradley
Lockhart, that's the dad, obviously European descent.
And Antoinette Davis.
Antoinette Davis. Let's make sure we type your name. That's one thing I had not done yet, and let's make sure we type your name out. I think people like this they should be famous. The reason that they're famous. I think her name should be a punchline. All women like her. I'm putting in my guys. Mr. Palmer's title for her. I wish I had a damn arrow. Let me see if I can put one in. There we go. That'll work. Make sure we got that covered.
Shaniya was a happy, loving, and friendly little girl.
Yes, fair use.
She was described as a good little helper around the house. She loved to play dress up and play with her Barbie dolls, but also loved the outdoors and riding her scooter. Pink and yellow were her favorite colors.
See, stuff like that, I can't, that stuff hurt, bro. I'm about as violent, as hostile, and manly as it comes, and bro, that should hurt. Pink and yellow was her favorite colors.
Around the time of our story, she was a kindergarten student at Morganton Road Elementary School.
Bradley had raised Shaniya with the help of his sister, Carrie Lockhart Davis. This was until 2009, when he agreed to let Shaniya stay with her mother because he felt that Antoinette was ready to be a mom again after overcoming financial problems. According to Bradley, quote, "She had asked if she could be a mother, and I felt she was sincere in asking, and I figured to give her a chance," end quote. However, Shaniya's aunt Carrie felt differently. In fact, Carrie never got along with Antoinette because...
So, the baby was with the dad, and the sister was helping the dad. And because the mom had financial issues, which is very rare in and of itself, I should say, because you don't often see, you know, babies with the dad. So through some reason, some level of, but that she was included in, you know, it was a mutual decision on her part. The baby was with the dad, and through his calculations, it was good. And it's crazy. We already got the plot, right? She had financial issues, and we know how the story ends. So it's like, Jesus. it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like knowing the end to the movie, you know, that you want to go see. And automatically, I think what I would ask y'all to do is not be retroactive and just really soak in the story. So when it's new and it's fresh, you can really be present. New and it's fresh being like, if you are being made aware of a real situation in your life, you could be present and not, you know, be assumptive and try to go do, you should have done this. This was the sign. It's easy to look at it afterwards and go, you know what I mean? It should have been that, it should have been that. But in reality, it's like, you don't know until you know, because we're still gonna have to take risks going forward, and gotta maintain our sanity somehow and our humanality. It's my word I made up.
Oh no, baby, what is you doing?
I know damn well you ain't been watching it this long and ain't hit that like button.
You son of a bitch. You're going right for the jugular, aren't you?
And hit the like button before we buy something.
What's going on?
Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Hit that little red button and consider becoming a member.
Why not? Why? Haven't you heard what they say about me? I'm a degenerate fucking animal.
Everything not gonna end up on the channel, man. We're gonna put stuff in the back, you know, for the people that support the channel. I mean, it's okay, you know. Some people want to be freeloaders. I used to did it. Cash App, IG, link, it will be in the description. Also the email, find something you want me to react to, man, hit me up in the email. Now let's get back to the video. Appreciate you.
Because she felt that the mother neglected her kids.
In September 2009, 5-year-old Shaniya moved in with her mother and her 7-year-old brother, Carl. The family lived in a trailer at the Sleepy Hollow Trailer Park that was rented by Antoinette's sister, Brenda Davis. The accommodations were cramped. Brenda, her boyfriend Jeroy Smith, and their children stayed in the back bedroom, while Antoinette and her children stayed in the front room of the trailer.
Brenda had previously dated a man named Mario Andret McNeil, who went by the name Mono. Now, Mono had given Brenda money to use as a security deposit to move into her trailer at Sleepy Hollow. While they were together, he spent a lot of time in the trailer. He was familiar with Antoinette and her children. He also knew how to get inside even if the door was locked. At the time of our story, Mono lived with a woman named April Autry, who was the mother of his 18-month-old daughter. He lived with her on Washington Drive in Fayetteville. This was roughly a...
It's like the fact that he's given all of this information about this guy, let you know where this is going. But I've said this plenty of times. It's like you can... The access that these U.S. mothers give to men that they want to, men that'll help them feel better or be comfortable is to be more comfortable is just sickening. This guy knows how to get into the house even when the damn door is locked, while living in another chick's house because he's giving her money or fucking her. That's kind of what it seemed like.
7-minute drive south of the Sleepy Hollow Trailer Park. Despite living with the mother of his child, Mono still was talking with other women.
On the evening of November 9th and continuing into the early morning hours of November 10th, Mono was having a one-man party. After using coke and taking a couple shots of liquor, he began, in his words, texting all the females in his phone. He tried to text Brenda, but her phone was turned off. So he moved on to another woman, Tysa McLean. Tysa, who also lived at the Sleepy Hollow Trailer Park, began exchanging text messages with Mono and agreed to invite him over to hook up. However, by the time he got there at 2:52 a.m., Tysa had fallen asleep and she didn't answer the door. By 3:06 a.m., Mono texted her good night, and a minute later, he resumed trying to get in contact with Brenda.
At around 5:30 a.m., Brenda woke up because she thought she heard the door open. She mentioned this to Jeroy, but neither went to check on what it was. They went back to sleep but were awoken a half an hour later by Antoinette, who came into the room and asked if they had seen Shaniya. They said they hadn't. Antoinette went outside to search for her daughter. While Antoinette was outside, Carl told Brenda and Jeroy that Mono had been there the previous night. Jeroy asked Carl if he was sure about this, and he responded, yeah. Brenda texted and called Mono, but he did not.
So this is setting up to be like a kidnapping thing, and I think he may be using the deposit of $200. That's a damn security deposit, $200, as the basis. That's what I'm getting here. That's what it seemed like. That'd be a weird title. That's not the truth.
Answer his phone. Droid then called April off.
See, when I went to World Star, I read the well, I could bring it up in. If I freaking have it, let me see. I gotta actually find it. Yeah, I'll just look while this plays.
Autry told him that Mono was not with her.
Antoinette returned to the trailer and reported that she had knocked on all of the doors in Sleepy Hollow, but no one had seen Shaniya. Brenda told Antoinette to call the police, but Antoinette was hesitant to do so. Brenda and Jeroy went outside and noticed that the stairs and railings of the trailer contained feces that had not been there the night before. There was also what appeared to be illegible yellow writing scribbled within the feces on the railing.
Shortly after 6 a.m. that same morning, Mono arrived at the Comfort Inn and Suites in Sanford, North Carolina, about an hour north of Fayetteville. He entered the hotel alone, provided identification, and checked into room 201 under his own name. There was video footage of the transaction because cameras operated continually throughout the hotel. Mono told the desk clerk, Jacqueline Lee, that he was traveling with his daughter to take her to her mother in Virginia. Video footage from hotel security cameras showed that.
So this nigga kidnapped the damn girl in the middle of the night. And they gave, okay. All right, now I understand what this is saying. This nigga was given, okay. All right. Got it. Okay, let them get to it. Wow. Wow, this is some shit. So he was on coke and was drinking. Went to one chick house, she went to sleep, called the other chick. She didn't answer the phone. He gets in the house the way he know how to get in the house, take the little girl. I don't know what this feces and shit is about. I think I have an idea what it's about. I don't want to say it.
After checking in, Mono returned to his vehicle in the back of the parking lot at approximately 7:16 a.m., where he remained for several minutes before coming back into the hotel carrying a child covered up with a blue blanket. Jacqueline observed Mono carrying the child on the video feed and noticed the texture of her hair, which Lee recalled when she saw an Amber Alert that was issued for Shaniya. Additionally, Seth Chambers, who was staying at the hotel during a business trip, passed Mono in the hallway near room 201 at 6:24 a.m. and saw him carrying a child. At the hotel's morning shift change, Regina Bacani replaced Jacqueline at the front desk.
They got the names of the employees, they got the names of the witnesses. Man, this is thorough, man. Shout out to them. What's the name of that channel? Actually just gonna put them in a story. The Mystery Machine. Shout out to them. This is thorough.
In the shift change, Mono came to the breakfast area alone, got a banana, some juice, and a muffin, and took them back to his room. Jacqueline pointed him out to Regina and told her about the recent check-in. Hotel cameras showed Mono walking towards the breakfast area at 6:36 a.m. and returning down the hall and into his room with food and drink in his hands.
Back at Sleepy Hollow, Antoinette called the police at 6:52 a.m. at the urging of Brenda.
Okay, ma'am, how can I help you? I woke up this morning and my daughter was not in the house. I don't know if she walked out. I don't know what's going on, but she's not here. How old is your daughter? She's 5. 5? And your door was not unlocked, that's what you're telling me? No, it was not unlocked, but I'm telling you she knows how to unlock it. I'm hoping that she didn't unlock it and walk out.
About 10 minutes after Antoinette's phone call, the police arrived, began searching for Shaniya with search dogs, and started interviewing
what's up, bro?
People. Fayetteville police officer Elizabeth Culver observed a substance that was later determined to be feces on both railings of the front porch. The substance was smooth, like something had been poured on it, and Antoinette had a cooking pot in her hand when Officer Culver arrived. Apparently, Antoinette had poured water on the railings. In the trash can of Unit 1119, police found a blanket that Antoinette identified as hers and that Jeroy recognized as having been in the living room of the trailer recently. The blanket was a thick child's comforter-type blanket, and it had feces on it. Jennifer Slish.
I wonder what the fuck is with the feces part. Like, why? What is that about? The girl, the 5-year-old shit on herself or something? Oh my god, I hope that. I hope it's not what I think it is. I really do. I really hope it's not what I think it is. This shit is crazy, bro. That shit. Oh my gosh, this is stressful.
A forensic technician for the Fayetteville Police Department at the time took the blanket into evidence to be processed.
Officer Culver spoke with Antoinette, Brenda, Jeroy, and Carl at the scene. Carl seemed very distracted and would look at his aunt before responding. He said he remembered Shaniya coming to bed but did not remember her leaving the bedroom. Later in our story, Carl admitted that
coming to bed because everybody slept in that same fucking room. Stuff is interesting. What's going on?
He had seen Mono at the trailer that morning. Because Antoinette and Brenda were consistently looking at their phones and texting, Officer Culver had difficulty getting them to focus on the questions being asked. So her lieutenant agreed to take them downtown to be interviewed. Officer Culver and her partner, Daniel Suggs, went to the main office of the trailer park to view the security video footage to look for a child roaming around the trailer park or for vehicles coming into the area.
As they should.
At approximately 7:34 a.m., the video cameras at the Comfort Inn and Suite showed Mono leaving room 201 and going to the elevator with a child. At 7:35, the video shows him exiting the side door of the hotel and walking down the sidewalk, still carrying the little girl.
Matthew Argyle.
So we know at that point she was alive. Especially if they show footage of her. They show footage of her being alive when she came in. He fed her. We gotta at the same time we gotta realize that this guy is on coke. He didn't probably mix dark and light liquors. I don't drink, but I just know when people do that, they turn into goblins and shit. This is some Laney DeVoe. It's getting deep. It's starting to get to the plot. And I'm like, oh, why? Well, based off what they said at the beginning, I'm like, why would you title it like this? But it's starting to be clear on what's going on to me. Quantum metaphysician says she knew how to unlock it, but the door wasn't unlocked, so she couldn't unlock it and walked out. Right? Yeah, this is something else. I'm glad I didn't watch this first. I get to experience it with y'all. I think that's one of the more dope things about being a content creator is having that freedom to, look at, to have a natural reaction, a live natural reaction to things. And this is interesting. I'm actually glued. I actually glued because it's like as the story is unfolding, it's becoming apparent that the mom knew about this situation and it was a normal thing for him to feel comfortable. And I guess he was, oh my God, that shit crazy, bro.
All right. I'm sorry, I got lost in a train of thought of just all that goodness I just heard.
Washed. Like we weren't supposed to come up with something this clean. Like something happened.
What the fuck?
We didn't do this because we like you. We did this because we are you.
Boom, the world class.